Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to Morocco to learn the terrifying legend of the abandoned palace. So get ready and let's get into it. On the highest peaks of the Atlas Mountains lies a remote village no map will name, an ancient Berber settlement swallowed by the mountains where the air grows thin and the sun bleeds early into dusk. Here, legends whisper through the cedar branches, tales of a palace untouched by time, yet shunned by those who know its name. For the name itself is a curse, uttered only in hushed tones, a tale that chills the blood and steals the breath. It's called the Forbidden City. The mountain village clings to existence, tucked away from the world as if hiding from it. Its inhabitants eke out a living from the unforgiving terrain, tending goats on slopes where the wind screams and prayers echo in the vast emptiness. Here, life is harsh, defined by the cycles of seasons and shadows cast by mountains that seem to touch the heavens. This is the village of Amismis, nestled high in the Atlas Mountains, far from the bustling souk and vibrant cities of Morocco. A Tiznachka Pass connects this secluded haven to the outside world, a gateway fraught with danger. More than a few vehicles attempting the journey have met their end on the treacherous roads. Those who brave the journey arrive at a place seemingly frozen in time, where mud brick houses huddle together for warmth against the biting mountain winds, and time seems to move to a different rhythm. Here, tradition reigns supreme. Ancient customs and beliefs are jealously guarded. The elders hold court under the shade of gnarled olive trees, sharing stories of a past that's both rich and painful. They speak of a history that predates the current village, a legacy buried beneath the sands of time. Amongst them, whispers persist of a grand palace, an architectural marvel that once stood majestically atop a nearby hill overlooking the village. Now only crumbling ruins remain, silent witnesses to a glorious past shrouded in mystery. To the villagers, the palace isn't just a historical relic, it's a forbidden zone, a physical manifestation of a curse they fear to speak aloud. The locals believe that uttering its name unleashes a malevolent force best left undisturbed. This fear-stricken tale takes us back to the year 2003. Back then, a renowned American anthropologist, Dr. Jason Blake, driven by an insatiable thirst for the unknown, embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries of the world. He'd tackled numerous expeditions, each more daring than the last, seeking to peel back the layers of obscure cultures and forgotten histories. His latest obsession, the village of Amismis, and its fabled Forbidden City. With a dismissive wave of his hand, he brushed aside the concerns of the villagers and local historians. Their fears were mere superstition, he declared, a testament to ignorance in the face of knowledge. Accompanied by Sarah Carter, a gifted linguist and cultural analyst, Mark D., a documentary filmmaker eager to capture his big break, and their local guide, Tom, Jason descended into the heart of the mountains. His determination to conquer the unknown was unwavering. Their journey was fraught with challenges, a descent into the heart of darkness, both literal and figurative. As they ventured deeper, the landscape transformed into an eerie labyrinth of thick, suffocating forest. The air grew heavy with an oppressive silence, broken only by the crunching of stones beneath their tires. The world seemed to contract, isolating them in a bubble of dread. Upon reaching the village, they discovered the remnants of an abandoned town frozen in time. Crumbling houses whispered tales of former inhabitants who'd fled long ago, leaving behind a haunting silence. The structures weren't merely dilapidated, they were imbued with a palpable sense of terror. Doors creaked open as if inviting the night itself to come and play. Strange symbols were etched into tree trunks and stone walls, serving as cryptic warnings or perhaps as tools of an ancient magic. Amidst the decaying grandeur, the most imposing structure was a decrepit mosque, its minaret half collapsed, its dome caved in. Its gaping doorway seemed like a beckoning abyss, promising untold horrors to those who dared to step inside. Jason, undeterred by the palpable sense of dread, decided to make their ruined house their temporary home. Yet even here, the oppressive atmosphere followed them. The very fabric of the house seemed to recoil at their intrusion, the walls pulsating with unseen energy. Night fell, bringing with it a bone-chilling cold. The wind picked up, whipping around the house like a tormented spirit. The fireplace sputtered, casting dancing shadows on the walls that seemed to writhe with unseen presences. The silence was shattered by the unsettling whispers of children, their laughter echoing through the empty rooms like disembodied voices. They were ignored, dismissed as figments of an overactive imagination. Yet the next day, they found evidence of that night's visitors. At the foot of the bed, a spiral of tiny animal bones lay scattered, each one carefully arranged. It was a macabre mosaic leading directly to their door. No predator had been in the vicinity, nor had any wild creature entered the house. Jason, skeptical but intrigued, attempted to rationalize the bizarre occurrence. Perhaps some nocturnal animal had entered, he suggested, but Sarah couldn't shake off a growing feeling of unease. The house, the whispering, the bones, it all felt orchestrated, part of a sinister design. That night, the wind reached a crescendo, wailing through the cracks in the walls like a banshee. One of the motion activated cameras they'd set up earlier that day suddenly whirred to life, capturing only static and a glimpse of a shadowy figure that flickered in and out of existence. Fear took root in their hearts, squeezing the joy out of their discovery. Mark's camera revealed a horrifying sight. Mark himself was walking slowly into the woods, entranced, following a tall, gaunt figure that seemed to distort the very fabric of reality. The figure was always just out of frame, a lurking spectre that haunted the periphery. This chilling spectacle repeated every night. Each evening, one of them would fall under its sway, disappearing into the darkness forever. They tried to escape, but the road out of the village was mysteriously blocked. Vehicles would break down, leaving them stranded in the clutches of the mountain's wrath. Days turned into nights, the relentless chanting from the mosque growing louder, more insistent. Finally, their spirits broken, they surrendered to the inevitable. One by one, they vanished. First, it was Mark, lured away by the shadowy figure. Then came Sarah, drawn into the darkness by the promise of forbidden knowledge. Finally, it was Jason's turn. Found scribbling cryptic symbols on the mosque wall using his own blood, he was consumed by the ancient evil that seeped through the very foundations of the building. Now, the villagers say that the mosque sometimes glows an eerie green on moonless nights. The voice of Sarah can still be heard calling out for her mother, and the laughter of children echoes through the abandoned homes, mingling with the howling wind. Some nights, when the moon is full, the silhouette of the tall, dark figure can be seen striding across the village square. The locals keep their distance, knowing better than to disturb the slumbering evil that slumbers there. In 2018, a group of amateur ghost hunters seeking to test their mettle dared to venture into the abandoned village. Their live stream captured the essence of their mounting terror before it abruptly ended, leaving viewers with a final, chilling image. A glimpse of a pale face peering at them through the darkness, followed by the deafening silence that spoke volumes of their fate. Since then, the village has remained untouched, a tomb of secrets sealed away from prying eyes. Legend has it that those who disturb the peace of the village pay a heavy price, the echoes of their screams carried away by the wind, forever trapped in the mountain's unforgiving embrace. So, if you find yourself near the Atlas Mountains, heed the advice of the villagers. Keep your eyes down and your mouth tightly shut. Never utter the name of the place where the sun sets early and nightmares roam free, for in the realm of the abandoned palace, some things are best left undisturbed. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button below. Also, if you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing and joining our family. We'd love to have you. But that's gonna do it for me. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember some places are best left unexplored. Thanks for watching.